Hello, dear students. So, today we will discuss about micronutrients. Minerals and vitamins are included in micronutrients. Micronutrients are required in very small amount. These nutrients are extremely significant for normal functioning of the body. The main function of these nutrients is to enable various good chemical reactions to occur in the body. Minerals are further divided into two categories, namely macrominerals and microminerals or trace minerals. So, first we will discuss about minerals. Minerals are essential in our diet. About 4% of our body weight is made up of minerals. Minerals are required for healthy teeth, bones, and muscles. Minerals are also used by body for various activities such as transmission of nerve impulses, formation of hormones, maintenance of heartbeat, etc. Minerals can be classified into macro and that is major minerals and micro elements or trace minerals. Our body requires more amount of macro minerals than trace minerals, or you can say micro minerals. Macro minerals or major elements such as calcium, phosphorus, sodium, chlorine, magnesium, potassium, and sulfur are required by our body in more amount. That is 0.1 gram of each of these minerals per day. On the other hand, trace elements or micro minerals such as copper, iron, iodine, fluoride, cobalt, chromium, selenium, and zinc are required in less amount, that is 0.01 gram of each trace element per day. So first we will discuss about macro minerals, under which first we will discuss about calcium. Calcium is among the top micro mineral in terms of growth and development of our bones and teeth. It makes the teeth and bones strong and healthy. So, calcium is good for our for our bones and teeth growth and development. It also strengthens the bone, and it also helps in blood clotting. Its deficiency may cause rickets. It is found in various products such as cheese, milk, orange juice, eggs, yogurt, green leafy vegetables, and cereals. So these are the sources of calcium. As I have already told you, the calcium is helpful in the growth and development of our bones and teeth, and it also helps in blood clotting. And if a person is having a deficiency of calcium, so it may cause rickets. And the sources are cheese, milk, orange juice, eggs, yogurt, green leafy vegetables, and cereals. So this is all about calcium. Now we will discuss about potassium. Potassium is one of the most important mineral in diet. It is helpful in keeping the nervous system and muscular system fit and active all the time. It helps in maintaining the amount of water in blood and tissues. Its main sources are banana, tomatoes, green leafy vegetables, peanuts, citrus fruits, beans, etc. So, potassium is important mineral in our diet. It is helpful in keeping our nervous system and muscular system fit and active all the time. It also helps in maintaining the amount of blood in our blood and tissues. And the sources of the potassiums are banana, tomatoes, green leafy vegetables, peanuts, citric foods, and beans, etc. So this is all about potassium. Next is sodium. It helps in muscular activities. It also helps in transmission of nerve impulses. Its main sources are table salt, pickles, butter, etc. So sodium is helpful in muscular activities. It is also helps in transmission of nerve impulses, and the sources are table salt, pickles, and butter. Next is magnesium. It repairs and maintains body cells. It found in meat, brown rice, beans, whole grains, etc. So the major work of magnesium is maintaining the body cell, and the sources of magnesium are meat, brown rice, beans, and whole grain. And the next is phosphorus. Phosphorus helps in the formation of bones and teeth. It keeps the muscles and nerve activities normal. It is found in rich quantity in eggs, fish, cod liver, milk, unpolished rice, etc. So phosphorus is also helpful in our body. It is helpful for our bones and teeth. It is helpful in the formation of bones and teeth, and it also keeps the muscles and nerve impulses, nerve activities normal. And it is the sources of phosphorus are eggs, fish, cod liver, milk, and unpolished rice. So this is all about the macronutrients. As I have already explained you, there are 5 types of macronutrients, which are calcium, potassium, sodium, magnesium, and phosphorus. And these macronutrients required in our body in 0.1 gram in each day. Now we will discuss about microminerals. First is iodine. It helps in production of hormone in the thyroid gland. It is also significant for proper growth and development of the body. Lack of iodine can cause goiter. Goiter is swallow thyroid gland, and mental retardation. It is found in iodized salt, fish, and seafood. So Iodine is helpful in production of hormones like thyroid gland, and it is also helpful in the proper growth and development of the body. If a person is having a deficiency of iodine, so it may cause goiter, and goiter means the swelling in thyroid gland, and also mental retardation. And the sources of iodine are salt, iodized salt, fish, and seafood. So, this is all about iodine. Next is iron. It is essential in the production of hemoglobin. Its deficiency causes anemia. It is found in liver, meat, egg, dry fruits, spinach, banana, and green leafy vegetables. So, iron is also essential in our body. It is helpful in the production of hemoglobin. And if a person is having a deficiency of iron, it may lead to or it may cause anemia. And the sources of iron are liver, meat, egg, dry fruits, spinach, banana, and green leafy vegetables. So these are the sources of iron where you found iron in the food items. How may you consume iron? Next is chromium. It stimulates insulin activity. Its deficiency may cause diabetes. It is found in soybean, black gram, carrot, tomatoes, groundnut, bajra, and barley. So, the chromium is helpful in stimulating the insulin activity. As you know, insulin, if you are having a problem of insulin and if you are having improper insulin activity, so it may cause diabetes. And the sources where you get chromium in your food items are soybean, black gram, carrot, tomatoes, groundnut, bajra, and barley. So these are the sources of chromium. Next is copper. Copper is also required in our body. It helps iron in the formation of hemoglobin. So copper is required for the formation of hemoglobin because it helps iron to form, because it may give chemical reactions. If iron and copper will combine, so it may give chemical reaction, and by this chemical reaction it is helpful in formation of hemoglobin. And the sources of copper are eggs, pulses, and green leafy vegetables. So this is all about copper. And the last is cobalt. It protects us from anemia, and is found in green leafy vegetables, milk, and meat. So cobalt is also helps in protecting us from anemia, and the sources are green leafy vegetables, milk, and meat. So this is all about micronutrients. As I have already told you, micronutrients are iodine, iron, chromium, copper, and cobalt, and they are required in our body in 0.01 gram each day. So this is all about micronutrient. Under micronutrient, we have completed minerals, And I have already explained you minerals are helpful in um, uh, creating body weight, and also required for teeth, bones and muscles. And it is also useful in the transmission of nerve impulses, formation of hormones, and maintenance of heartbeat. And the minerals are of two types: macro and micro minerals. And macro minerals are required in our body in 0.21 grams per day, and micronutrients required in our body in 0.01 gram per day. And minerals are calcium, potassium, sodium, magnesium, phosphorus. And the micro minerals are iodine, iron, chromium, copper, and cobalt. Next is vitamins. Vitamins are chemical which are required in very small amount to keep our body healthy. If a particular vitamin is not present in our diet, it may cause a deficiency diseases. For example, if vitamin C is not included in diet, it will cause scurvy. In fact, all the vitamins are organic chemicals. There are two groups of vitamins. First is fat soluble vitamins, and the second is water soluble vitamins. So first we will discuss about fat soluble vitamins. Fat soluble vitamins are those vitamins which are soluble in fat. These vitamins are composed of the elements of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. These vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. So, vitamin E, D, A, K. So these are the vitamin which are comes under fat soluble vitamins, under which first we will discuss about vitamin A. It was the first vitamin that was discovered in 1913 by Elmer McCollum. This vitamin is found in various forms such as retinol, retinal, and retinoic acid. This vitamin is formed by the element of hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. It helps in the formation of bones and teeth. It also promotes normal vision. It also provides resistance to infection. Its deficiency leads to night blindness, keratomalacia, and xerophthalmia. Its sources are cod liver oil, animal liver, egg yolk, milk, milk products, mango, papaya, and yellow vegetables. Its daily requirement is approximately 2 milligram. So vitamin A is good for eyesight, and it is found in various forms such as retinol, retinal, and retinoic acids. And the elements in vitamin A are hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen, which helpful in the formation of teeth and bone. It is also protects our vision, and resist to infection. Also protects us from infection. If the person is having deficiency of vitamin A, so a person is having night blindness, keratomolysia, and exophthalmia. And the sources of vitamin A are cod liver oil, animal liver, egg yolk, milk products, milk, mango, papaya, and yellow vegetables. And the requirement, we need vitamin A 2 milligram daily in our body. Next vitamin is vitamin D. It is formed by the element of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. It is a white crystalline substance. It helps in the absorption of calcium and phosphorus. It maintains the normal functioning of parathormone, the hormone secreted by parathyroid gland. It also maintains the level of calcium and phosphorus. Its deficiency may cause rickets, osteomalacia, tetany, dental cavity, and osteoporosis. Sun rays, milk, butter, and fish liver oil are the main sources of the vitamins. So, as you know, vitamin D is good for our bones, and it is also contain the element of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. It is a crystalline kind of substance, white crystalline kind of substance. It helps in the absorption of calcium and phosphorus, and it is also maintain the normal functioning of parathormone. Parathormone is a hormone which is secreted by parathyroid gland, which helps in maintaining the level of calcium and phosphorus. If the person is having deficiency of vitamin D, so it may cause rickets, osteomalacia, tetany, dental cavity, and osteoporosis. And the sources of vitamin D are sun rays, milk, butter, fish liver oil, etc. So this is all about vitamin D. Now we will discuss about vitamin E. This vitamin is essential for blood coagulation. It strengthens the cell membrane. It keeps the skin healthy. It helps in curing cancer. It maintains normal functioning of reproductive organs. It is also used to prevent heart attack and treat Alzheimer's disease. Its deficiency may cause degeneration of muscles, paralysis, and slow growth. Its main sources are given are green leafy vegetables, pulses, liver, egg, and whole cereals. So, vitamin E is very important. It is essential for blood coagulation. It also strengthens the cell membrane. It also keeps our skin healthy. It is also helpful in curing cancer. And it's also maintain the function of reproductive organs. It's prevent heart attack and treat Alzheimer's diseases. And if a person is having deficiency of vitamin E, so it may cause degeneration of muscles. Maybe a person is having paralysis and also a slow growth. So if we want to get rid of this deficiency, we may have some food ingredients which are rich in vitamin E, and these sources are green leafy vegetables, pulses, liver, egg, and whole cereals. So, this is all about vitamin E. Now, the last vitamin, which is vitamin K. The main function of this vitamin is to clot the blood. It also helps in the prevention of hemorrhage and excessive bleeding in wounds. Its deficiency may cause anemia. Its main sources are tomatoes, potatoes, spinach, cabbage, soya bean, fish, cauliflower, wheat, egg, and meat. So, vitamin A is basically helpful in maintaining the clot in the blood. If we are having vitamin K in our body, so vitamin K helps in the prevention of hemorrhage and excessive bleeding in wounds. And it's if a person is having if a person is having a deficiency of vitamin K, so a person is having anemia. And the sources of vitamin K are potatoes, tomatoes, spinach, cabbage, soya bean, fish, cauliflower, wheat, egg, and meats. So this is all about a fat soluble vitamin, which are vitamin A, D, E, K. Now we will discuss about water soluble vitamin. These vitamins are soluble in water. These vitamins contains the elements of nitrogen and even sulfur. These vitamins are vitamin B and vitamin C. Earlier, the chemical name of all the vitamin, fat soluble and water soluble, were not known, but now their chemical names are available. So, their temporary names are used even today for the ease of the understanding, but there are a certain chemical names. First vitamin is vitamin B complex. Vitamin B complex. Vitamin B consists of 8 soluble vitamin that play important role in cell metabolism. Earlier, they were thought to be a single vitamin, but later research shows that they were chemically distinct vitamins. Now they are referred to as vitamin B complex, and under which vitamin B1, or it is chemical name is thiamine. Vitamin B2, their chemical name is riboflavin. Vitamin B3, chemical name is niacin. Vitamin B5, pantothenic acid. Vitamin B6, vitamin B12, vitamin B9 or folic acid, and vitamin B7. So these all are the vitamin B complex part. Vitamin B1, thiamine, called, it is a colorless vitamin. Its taste is salty. Its smell is just like yeast. It helps in metabolizing carbohydrates. It maintains the health of liver, kidney and intestine, stomach and brain. Vitamin B is usually destroyed in sunlight, and also food is cooked for a longer time. It helps in preserving and maintaining the characteristic of youth, tightness and smoothness of skin, activity of blood tissues. Vitamin B3 is helpful in the growth of the body. Deficiency of this vitamin cause gray hairs. Vitamin B5, the deficiency of this vitamin caused pellagra disease. Vitamin B6, the vital for the formation of hemoglobin. It also keeps our skin healthy. Vitamin B12, its color is red. This vitamin is usually destroyed if food is cooked for longer time. Its deficiency may cause anemia. Now, vitamin B9 or folic acid. It is tasteless, odorless, and yellow in color. Simple cooking can destroy this vitamin. It is very essential for reproduction, growth, and development of body. This vitamin is helpful in blood formation. The deficiency of folic acid may cause loss of leukocytes. And the last is vitamin B7. Its chemical name is biotin. Its deficiency may lead to impaired growth, depression, and muscle strain. So, this is all about the vitamins. As I have already explained you, water soluble vitamins are of two types, vitamin B and vitamin C. So we have discussed about the vitamin B complexes. Now we will discuss about vitamin C. This vitamin is also known as ascorbic acid. It is a water soluble vitamin. It is a white crystalline substance. Vitamin C helps in healing the wounds. It increases metabolic rate and is helpful in absorbing calcium. It is also a highly effective antioxidant. It is also essential for the formation, growth, and repair of bones, skin, and connective tissues. It also maintains healthy teeth and gums. The deficiency of vitamin C causes scurvy. Adults may feel tired, weak, and irritable due to the deficiency of vitamin C. This vitamin is usually found in lemon, pineapple, guava, amla, pear, oranges, tomatoes, green chilies, and apples. So these are the sources of vitamin C. Vitamin C is a ascorbic acid. It is water soluble vitamin. It is crystalline substance. It heal the wounds and also increase the metabolic rate, and it is also helpful in absorbing calcium. It is effective as antioxidants, formation of growth and development of the and repair of the bones, skin, and connective tissues. It also maintain the healthy teeth and gums. And if a person is having vitamin C deficiency of vitamin C, it may lead to scurvy. And also adult feel like tired, weak, irritable due to the deficiency of vitamin C. So if we want to get rid of these problems, so we should take lemon, pineapple, guava, amla, pear, oranges, tomatoes, green chilies, etc.